Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're all about getting you the essential knowledge, cutting through all the noise. And today, wow, we're diving into something I know a lot of us love bowling. If you're anything like me, you've spent hours on those lanes, maybe dreaming of that perfect 300 game. But getting better, really improving, means thinking strategically. And choosing your next bowling ball, that's a huge strategic decision. It's way more than just a purchase.
Absolutely. That's our mission today, really, to kind of demystify this whole world of bowling balls that can feel overwhelming, right?
Yeah.
So we want to break down those key characteristics, the things that actually influence how a ball performs. The goal is to arm you with the knowledge to make a really smart choice, not just, pick the one that looks cool. It's about making every single throw more effective.
Yeah, exactly. And what's great is we've pulled all this from a really detailed guide on selecting the right ball. So think of this as your fast track, your shortcut to understanding the science behind a great roll. It's about giving you that path to a more consistent, more powerful game. I'm always looking for that edge.
Okay, so before we even get into the nitty-gritty of the ball itself, the first step, maybe the most critical one, is looking inwards. It's about self-assessment.
Right. So what should listeners be asking themselves right now about their own game, their current equipment?
Well, you need to define your purpose. Like, why are you even looking for a new ball? Is it replacing an old favorite that's seen better days? Or are you trying to add something new, something specific to tackle a certain challenge?
Like maybe needing more hook or less hook?
Exactly. Or thinking about the conditions you actually bowl on most. Is it typically heavy oil, medium, dry? Being honest about what your current bowls do well and where they maybe fall short. That tells you where the real gaps are. It stops you buying another ball that does the same thing.
Makes total sense. Avoid redundancy. So how does this look different for, say, a league bowler versus someone hitting the tournaments?
Good question. The needs definitely shift. For most league bowlers, bowling week in, week out on similar conditions, a solid three-ball arsenal is often plenty. You typically want a benchmark ball that's your go-to, the one you trust to read the lanes, then maybe a stronger ball for when there's more oil or you need the ball to grab earlier, and then a weaker ball for when the lanes dry out or you need more lengths and control. That setup covers most league nights pretty well.
Okay, but tournament play is a different beast, right? Lots of different oil patterns.
Totally different. Tournament bowlers face a much wider range of conditions, so they generally need larger, more specialized arsenals. The focus there shifts from just general versatility to strategic coverage. You're really trying to fill specific performance windows so you have an answer for basically any pattern they put out there. It's a toolkit approach.
So everyone needs to look at their bag right now and ask, do my current balls cover light, medium, and heavy oil effectively? Do I have something for an early read and something that goes long and snaps? Are there situations where I just feel stuck? Identifying those gaps is crucial before you even think about buying.
Exactly. Okay, so you figured out the why. Now let's get into the how, the ball itself. We're talking about what we call the Big Five. These are the 5 core characteristics that define how a bowling ball behaves. Understanding these is fundamental. We're talking cover stock, core, RG, flare potential, and surface finish.
Let's start with cover stock because that's the part actually touching the lane, right? It's the ball's skin, basically. It determines how much grip, how much friction you get.
Precisely. And there are 3 main types. First, you have polyester or plastic. Think house balls or your spare ball. It's designed for minimal friction, straight, predictable, great for picking off that 10-pin or 7-pin. Not really meant for striking. We've all tried, though, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Doesn't work so well. What's the next step up in grip?
That would be urethane. It gives you more traction than plastic, but still less than the reactive resins we'll get to. Urethane gives you a very early, very smooth hook. Not a lot of back-end movement. It's popular with some tournament players, high-rev players, or for control on tricky short patterns or dry lanes. It's all about predictability.
Okay, and then the main one, the one most performance balls use, reactive resin. That's where the big hook comes from, yeah.
That's the one. Engineered for hook and a strong back end. But even within reactive, it's not all the same. There are subcategories. First is pro-reactive. These usually look shiny, polished. They're designed to go longer down the lane, save energy, before making a sharper, more angular move at the back end. Great for medium to dry lanes or maybe slower speed bowlers who need that retained energy.
And the opposite of that would be?
Solid reactive. These usually look dull, maybe sanded. They're made to dig into the oil earlier. They give you a smoother, more arcing motion overall. Better suited for medium to heavy oil, maybe higher ball speeds, or for breaking down fresh patterns.
Okay, pearl for length and snap, solid for early roll and arc. What's in the middle?
That's hybrid reactive.
Yeah.
And just like it sounds, it's a blend. It tries to give you the best of both worlds. Enough mid-lane reads like a solid, but still retaining energy for a good back-end move like a pearl. Very versatile. Lots of benchmark balls use hybrid covers for that reason.
Makes sense. So choosing the cover stock is really about matching it to your speed, your rev rate, and the lanes you see most often. It's step one.
Right. So if cover stock is the tires gripping the road, the core type is the engine driving the car. It's the weight block inside, and it dictates how the ball stores and releases its energy, shaping the whole motion.
Engine. I like that analogy. So what are the main engine types?
Two basic types. You've got symmetrical cores. Think uniform shape, balanced weight distribution. These tend to produce a smoother, more predictable, controllable arc, often found in those benchmark balls we talked about. Reliable.
And the other type?
Asymmetrical cores. These are designed with an intentional imbalance, a built-in asymmetry or mass bias. That makes them rev up faster in a certain orientation, leading to a stronger, more angular, more dynamic move down lane. More aggressive, sharper transitions.
So symmetrical for smooth control, asymmetrical for more punch or a sharper turn.
That's a good way to think about it, yeah. The core really shapes how the motion happens, working with the cover stock.
Okay, number 3 on our list. Radius of gyration, or RG. This sounds technical, but it's really important, right? What does it tell us?
It sounds complicated, but the concept is key. RG basically tells you where the mass is concentrated inside the ball. Is it close to the center or further out towards the cover? And that directly impacts how quickly the ball wants to start revving up, how soon it transitions from skid to hook to roll.
Okay, so how does the number relate to the motion?
It's a scale, usually from about 2.46 up to 2.80. Low RG numbers, say 2.46 to 2.57, mean the mass is closer to the center. This makes the ball want to rev up early and start rolling sooner. Think heavy oil, longer patterns, or maybe higher speed players who need help getting the ball started.
Got it. Low RG equals early roll, so high RG must mean.
Exactly the opposite. High RG, like 2.68 to 2.80, means the mass is concentrated more towards the outside near the cover. This makes the ball resist revving up early. It conserves energy longer, leading to more length and a stronger back-end move, ideal for drier lanes, shorter patterns, or slower speed, high-rev players.
And I guess medium RG around 2.58, 2.67 is the middle ground.
Precisely. Balanced transition, versatile roll, good all-around choice, often used in benchmark balls. Again, even small differences in RG can matter, but understanding low means early, high means late is the core takeaway.
Okay, cover stock, core, RG. That leads us to the actual hook. How much curve are we talking about?
That brings us to flare potential. This is pretty cool. Flare is about how much the ball's track, the ring of oil it picks up, actually migrates as it goes down the lane. When the track flares or migrates, it means fresh, dry cover stock is constantly being exposed to the lane surface.
So it keeps finding new grip instead of rolling over the same oily spot?
You got it. That constant, fresh surface contact creates more friction and is a huge contributor to the overall hook potential. High flare generally means more potential hook.
And how do we know the flare potential?
It's directly related to the ball's differential. That's simply the difference between the ball's highest RG measurement and its lowest RG measurement. A bigger difference, a higher differential means more flare potential. Polyester has almost none. Urethane, low to medium, reactive resins, medium to high.
And we talk about it in inches of track separation, right? Like low flare is 0 to 2 inches, medium 3, 4, high is 5 or more.
That's the common way to describe it, yeah. High flare for more hook, low flare for controller spares.
Okay, one last piece of the puzzle. Surface finish. This is the texture on the outside.
Exactly. It's the final layer, the surface prep. And it's crucial because it fine-tunes everything. It affects how early or late the ball reads the lane, how much friction it creates right off the bat. And the best part, unlike the core or the basic cover stock material, the surface is something you can easily change and adjust.
So this is where sanding pads and polish come in.
Precisely. You've got two main factory finishes. Matte finish, which looks dull or textured. It's created with sanding pads like Abralon or Sierra pads using different grits. Lower grits like 500 or 1000 create more surface texture, make the ball read earlier, grab harder, and give a smoother arc. Great for heavy oil or high speeds. Higher grits like 2000, 3000, 4000 make it smoother, offering more length but still good mid-lane traction.
And the other finish.
Shiny finish, or polished, created using polishing compounds after sanding. Looks glossy. This reduces friction, makes the ball skid further down the lane, delaying the hook phase for a sharper, more angular back-end reaction. Better for medium to dry lanes or maybe slower speed players.
So you need to match the finish to your speed and revs, generally.
Yeah, that's a key starting point. Higher speed, lower revs might need more surface, lower grit, to get the ball reading.
Mm.
Slower speed, higher revs might need polish. Higher grit to prevent it hooking too early. You'll see labels like 500 2000 CI air, meaning sanded to 2000 grit, or 500 1000 CI air crown factory polish, indicating it's polished. Remember, the surface should work with the ball's inherent design, not fight against it. But it is your main tool for fine-tuning.
Okay, wow, that's a lot, but it breaks down nicely. Cover stock, core, RG, flare, finish, the big five.
Those are the keys. Understanding them lets you move from just guessing to making a truly strategic choice for your next ball.
So let's quickly recap the process for someone heading to the pro shop. Step one.
Define the purpose.
Huh.
Why this ball? What specific job does it need to do in your bag? Fill that gap.
Step two.
Evaluate cover stock and core. Those are the foundations. They set the basic performance characteristics.
Three.
Consider RG and flare potential. Use these to shape the motion, tailor it more to your style and typical lane conditions.
And finally, step four.
Match the finish. Choose a factory finish that seems right, but crucially, remember you can always adjust it later. That surface is your fine-tuning dial.
Awesome. So no single best ball, but definitely a right ball for your game if you understand these characteristics. It really does empower you.
Absolutely. But, we've talked a lot about the ball itself, the equipment, and that's vital. But even the perfect ball isn't going to reach its full potential if you ignore some other really critical factors. It's not just the ball.
Right, there's more to it. What else should people be thinking about to really level up their game?
Okay, first big one, layout. How the ball is actually drilled for your hand makes a massive difference. The placement of the pin, the mass bias marker relative to your positive axis point, that unique spot where the ball comes off your hand. It all changes the ball's reaction significantly. Our advice: pick a ball with the general motion characteristics you want, then work closely with a qualified pro shop operator, PSO. They can tailor the layout to your specific release and needs. Don't just guess on the drilling.
Good advice. What else? Little things matter too, right?
Definitely. Think accessories. Things like wrist supports can help maintain a consistent hand position. Bowling tape is crucial for getting a snug, comfortable fit, and a clean release adjustments here are huge. Ball cleaners are non-negotiable. Keep that cover stock clean to maintain its reaction and make the ball last longer. And grip bags or rosin bags help manage moisture for a confident grip every shot. These aren't trivial, they impact consistency.
Okay, layout, accessories. What's the biggest potential game changer beyond the ball?
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's probably lessons. Investing in yourself, in coaching. Working with certified instructors can fundamentally improve your mechanics, your understanding of lane play, how to adjust, how to read ball motion. Often, good coaching will help you get way more out of the equipment you already own than just buying another new ball would. Check for clinics or private lessons at your local center or pro shop. It's often the best money you can spend.
That's such a great point. It's about investing in your skill, not just your stuff. Optimizing your own potential on the lanes. Well, this has been fantastic. Hopefully, this deep dive has really lit a spark and given you the tools to think more strategically about your equipment and your game. There's a real joy in figuring out how these pieces fit together, isn't there?
There absolutely is. And remember, knowing your equipment is a huge first step, a powerful advantage. But the true mark of a master isn't just choosing the right tool. It's understanding how to constantly adapt, how to refine your own craft. So the question to leave you with is, what part of your game are you going to fine-tune next?
Something definitely worth thinking about next time you're on the approach. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.